Hello everyone, it's Kathy and welcome back into my YouTube channel and my craft room. I was sitting here today and a friend of mine, Phyllis, who is also on my team, told me about this other demonstrator. Her name is Angie Judah and her name of her channel is Chicken Scratch, and I'm going to link her webpage to the bottom of this. She did ask that I not share the PDF with anyone, that she would rather you can have it. It's free of charge, where I have seen other demonstrators charge for the same thing. But have you ever wanted to have the perfect little name on the end of your Stampin' Up markers? Let me show you on our Stampin Blends. I'm going to show you what this chart will allow you to do. Look at that. Light and dark mossy meadow. And if you print two of those out, you can put them on both ends, so that way, I'm trying to get it to focus, there we go. That way, if you, whether you turn the marker over or what, you'll still have the right marker ready for you to use. So I'm going to show you how I did this, and hopefully it will help you. And like I said, I'll link that. Now what you're going to need, print this out two times on some cardstock. You don't want it on copy paper. It's a little bit too flimsy, I think. You're going to need a 3-inch circle punch, and I didn't have a 3-inch. I'm so sorry, a 3/8 of an inch, and it's a real tiny little punch, but it works perfectly for these. And let me show you what I did. I went ahead and cut mine apart. I put it in my trimmer and I cut this, 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 and then here. And then I cut them down into the different families and I stacked them together. So let me show you. Here's one I've punched completely out, and I've already put those on my markers. Here's my Regals, and the Regals is your Real Red, which is this one, Cajun Craze. Well, she's got them on here before the colors actually moved around. But I think Cherry Cobbler is still in that family. But anyway, what I want to show you is how easy it is to punch these out. So there's two Regals. They're identical in every way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and I'm going to grab my Real Red, and I'm just going to hover over top just like that and punch it. Now be careful when they fly, because they sometimes can be hard to find. Now I just lay them over here until I get all of one color punched, and once I get, and you can do them all at one time. I just found it easy to do a couple of colors at a time, because each one of these gives you a light and a dark. So I need to come over here and do the light and the dark. So this is the dark, and I'm going to put the two darks together, and I'm going to put the two lights together, and all I'm doing is just putting that right over that and punching it out, and it makes a really neat little piece that will go on your marker. Now I put mine on with glue dots, and this worked really well for me. I'm going to lay a marker across here just to kind of hold that down. And what I did is I used my Take Your Pick tool, and on the other side of your Take Your Pick, if you use the one that's got the pointy end that I use so often, there's a spatula on the other end. I put that end on and I used my putty end. And what I did is on my glue dots, I picked up the Real Red light and set it on a glue dot, Real Red light on a glue dot, Real Red dark on a glue dot, and Real Red dark on a glue dot. Now all I have to do is pull up my marker, and this is my light Real Red. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to pick one of these up using my spatula, and then I'm going to bring it right here to the end of my marker, and I'm going to put that on just like that. Pull it, And because it's a glue dot, you can kind of move it, maneuver it, and press it because you want it to stay exactly where you put it. Then turn it over and get that other light one. That's why you need two, or two sets of these. Be sure to print out two of them. And put it right there. Give it a good press. And that one's done. Now we'll go to our real red dark and do the same thing. And I want to make sure that they're nice and straight, so I'm going to put it on there just like that. Give it a good hard press, and then grab the other one. There's a little piece of green putty on that one, but that's okay. I just wiped it away. And then put it right down like that. Use your thumb and pull that off. Wiggle it into place, just like that. And there you have your light and dark are done. And how simple and easy was that? Now these are ready to go up here in my case, because I keep my Stampin Blends right behind me on a bookcase. And so now we can move to the next color. I already got Gray Granite done here. No, Smoky Slate, I'm sorry. Smoky Slate's already done. And there's my two light ones. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to pull that over there. I'm almost to the end of these glue dots, but I'm going to set that one down on there. And there's another one. Oh, and I missed one right here. So we'll go down and grab that one. We'll just do the dark one. We don't have another one here, so let's go up to here. Oh, look what they're doing. They're pulling off. Let's see if we can pull it off of there. I don't know that I got that. No, I didn't. That's no adhesive on that one. So we'll need to get a new thing of glue dots because the rest of these are stuck to this. So we're going to have to kind of pry that loose. See, they won't come off of that cardboard wrapper. So I'm just going to grab another roll of glue dots. But before I do that, I'm looking to see, was there any more stuck on here? There's not. I'm going to grab my Gray Granite. I'm sorry. I keep saying Gray Granite, and it's Smoky Slate. My Smoky Slate light. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this one off. Set it down on here. You want to really make sure that you give those a good press with your fingernail so they really adhere good to the end of your marker. And you may want to save one of these to your computer because if you run out of ink in your marker, you may need to buy another set, and you will want to be able to print this out so you could redo them. Or you could just take and flip your caps and put your old cap on your new marker. That would work too. Alright, we have one more on this, and that's the dark Smoky Slate. I love the Smoky Slate. It's one of my favorite grays. It works so good with shading. I'm going to grab another box. I was hoping I did. If I didn't, I was going to be like, oh no. I usually try to make sure I have extra adhesives at all times because you never ever know when you're going to need it. So I'm going to turn that one over. And let me show y'all a trick I do with my glue dots. And when I get a new roll, I take and open it like this, and they've got them now. They used to be on the top portion, but they started putting them on the underside, and I don't like that. I really liked them better like they were before. But what I like to do is I like to cut. Let's do this with the scissors if I can get the glue dots off of my fingernails. I like to cut this part of my box just like that, and I like to cut an opening right about here, and I just cut it straight up like that and tear that out. Now what happens if you don't make a mess with your glue dots, this gives us a place for our glue dots to come out. And you know what I'm going to do with the one that's stuck to my fingernail? I'm going to pick it up on this one. And we're going to put it on this dark smoky slate. And there we go. So this is exactly how I would do mine. And as you go, you can just punch out. I still got a little bit of sticky on my fingernail. These are some sticky little boogers, I'm telling you. But they work so great because you can go through here and just punch these all out. Just line them up and punch. And punch. And if you don't have a 3-inch punch like this, you might have a 1/2 inch. The 1/2 inch is a little bit bigger. Let's see if I can get one of these and I'll show you what it does. I gotta cut that paper off to make that work. We can do that though. We'll just cut right down the side here, like so. And then, oops, that's the wrong one. This is the 1/2 inch. It will cut it a little bigger. And it really is a little bit too big. You wouldn't think that that little bit would make a difference. And I had a 1/2 inch, and I also had a 1/4 inch. A 1/4 inch is too small, and a 1/2 inch is too big. You really do need the 3/8 of an inch punch is absolutely perfect. So if you don't have that punch, you can make do if you want to do it with the 1/2 inch. Or even the 1/4 inch. I'll show you with the 1/4 inch what it looks like when you cut it. Let's see. Let's go back over here. I think this one's just a little bit too small. It doesn't get the whole thing. See what I mean? It just leaves all part of your words out. So I think the 1/4 inch is too small and the 1/2 inch is too big. But the 3/8 inch is perfect. I know I sound like Goldilocks, but I'm just saying this is the perfect punch, and I didn't have one, and Stampin' Up! Doesn't carry this size, so I went to Amazon and ordered just a standard 3/8 inch punch, and it wasn't very expensive, but I got that so that I could do these. And so we've got our shaded spruce, and I need to grab the other shaded spruce. So we're doing Regals. So shaded spruce right here, and here, and then we can put these on. And I like to kind of do it, you know, light and dark and light and dark. So I will pick up a light and sit it down, and a light, and then do a dark. And I do try to put these down. Now that one picked up by the time I pulled it up. So I am going to grab my shaded spruce. And this is the dark. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down right there, since it was already attached. And like I said, it pays to take the time to slide it around and then give it a really good press. My fingers are probably going to be sore tomorrow because I've been doing this most of the day today. So I had my Creative 8 retreat today, and while that was going on, I was watching the videos and working on these at the same time. And I thought after the videos were over, I was thinking, I said, you know, all of you could benefit from this little tidbit. And you know, we all share with one another, and I give a shout out to Chicken Scratch for sharing this for free. What an awesome person she is to be willing to not charge you for this, because I've seen lots of other demonstrators that are charging $8–10 for the same PDF. And there's work involved in this. I know, because I do videos and I do PDFs, and when you sit and do something like this, it can be very tedious and very time consuming. So, you know, I can see somebody wanting to charge for it to a degree, but when somebody is willing to give it away for free, I say grab it and say thank you. So I hope this has been a good, I didn't know I needed to know that tutorial. And like I said, I will link her webpage below my video. It'll say to get your Stampin' Blend labels, go here, and the link will be under there. So thanks so much for tuning in, and as I always say in closing, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He is worthy, and what a great idea this is. Thank you so much. Her name is Angie Judah. Thank you so much for sharing this with all of us. And until we craft again, God bless and keep you. Bye-bye.